Forget Angkor Wat. You can keep your Patong Beach, the well-worn tourist path through Southeast Asia. It's fine if you like that sort of thing. But we're going to show you something different. We're talking about places where the beer is cold, the people are warm, and the stories are true. Places like the Gili Islands of Indonesia, where the only traffic jams are caused by water buffalo, or the mystical island of Siquijor in the Philippines, where ancient healing traditions still thrive. Let's ditch the crowds, grab a plate of something delicious, and get lost in the magic of Southeast Asia's hidden gems. This ain't no Patong Beach jammed with drunk Australians. This is Koh Rong Sanlom, a tiny island off the coast of Cambodia, and it's the kind of place that makes you want to tear up your return ticket and disappear. The sand is white, the water's the color of a cheap gemstone, and the only sounds you'll hear are the waves and the rustling of palm trees. There's not a Starbucks in sight, just little beach shacks serving up fresh seafood and cold Angkor beer. You come here to unplug, to swim in bioluminescent plankton at night, to dive on coral reefs that haven't been ravaged by tourists. This is a place to reconnect with yourself, to lose yourself in a good book, to remember what it feels like to really breathe. At night, the beach bars come alive with backpackers and expats, swapping tales over cheap drinks and even cheaper cigarettes. So grab a hammock, order another beer, and let the island work its magic. Forget your air-conditioned tour buses and selfie sticks. This is Sapa, a mountainous region in northern Vietnam, where the air is thin and the views are breathtaking. We're talking emerald green rice terraces carved into the mountainsides, cascading down to valleys shrouded in mist. You'll meet Hmong and Dao people in their colorful traditional clothes, their faces weathered by the sun and wind. You'll eat things you can't pronounce, cooked over open fires in homes where electricity is a luxury. Sapa is a place that gets under your skin, that stays with you long after you've left. So, lace up your hiking boots, pack a raincoat, and prepare to be humbled by the raw beauty of Sapa. Forget Boracay. Siquijor is different. This small island in the Philippines has a reputation. Some say it's a place of magic, of healers and witches, of ancient rituals and strange occurrences. Is it true? Who knows? But there's a definite energy here, a palpable sense of the otherworldly. Maybe it's the eerie beauty of the place, the ancient balete trees with their gnarled roots, the hidden waterfalls cascading into turquoise pools, the beaches where the sand sparkles like crushed diamonds. The locals here have a deep connection to their island, to its stories and its secrets. They'll tell you about the Manananggal's creatures who can detach their upper bodies and fly around at night looking for victims. They'll warn you about the dangers of the forest, about the spirits that lurk there. Whether you believe in magic or not, there's no denying the power of Siquijor. So come explore the hidden caves, swim in the luminescent waters, and listen to the stories whispered on the wind. Forget Vang Vieng and its drunken tubing. Luang Prabang is a different kind of Laos. This is a town lost in time, a UNESCO World Heritage Site where saffron-robed monks walk cobblestone streets lined with French colonial architecture. The air here is thick with the scent of incense and frangipani, the sounds of chanting monks mingling with the calls of street vendors selling steaming bowls of khao soy. Wake up before dawn to witness the daily alms giving, a procession of monks collecting offerings from the faithful. Spend your days exploring the gilded temples, haggling for handicrafts at the night market, or taking a slow boat down the Mekong River, watching the sun set over the mountains. Luang Prabang is a place to slow down, to savor the simple things, to reconnect with your spiritual side. Just ask the expats who've made this town their home. They'll tell you all about it. Bali is for the birds. Literally. The Gili Islands, just off the coast of Lombok, are where you go to escape the crowds and the craziness. Picture this, 3 tiny islands, each with its own personality, all ringed by white sand beaches and crystal clear water. No cars, no motorbikes, just the sound of the waves and the occasional horse-drawn cart. Gili Trawangan, the party island, where you can dance on the beach till dawn. Gili Meno, the honeymoon island, all romantic bungalows and secluded beaches. And Gili Air, the perfect balance of the two laid back, but with enough going on to keep you entertained. The Gili Islands are a reminder that paradise is still out there. You just have to know where to look. Forget your Instagram-worthy beaches. Batanes, a remote archipelago in the northern Philippines, is a different kind of beautiful. This is a place of raw, windswept landscapes, rolling hills carpeted in emerald green, dramatic cliffs plunging into the churning sea, ancient stone houses built to withstand typhoons. This is a place where you come to disconnect, to breathe in the fresh air, to feel the wind in your hair. You won't find luxury resorts or fancy restaurants here. This is a place for simple pleasures, hiking along the cliffs, watching the waves crash against the rocks, sharing a meal of fresh seafood with a local family. The Ivatan people, who have lived here for centuries, are known for their resilience and their warm hospitality. Batan's is a reminder that the most beautiful places are often the most remote, and that the greatest luxury is often simplicity. Move over Ha Long Bay. Ninh Binh is where it's at. This often overlooked province in northern Vietnam is like stepping into a Chinese scroll painting. We're talking towering limestone karsts rising up from emerald green rice paddies, their reflections shimmering in the tranquil waters of the Ngo Dong River. Rent a bicycle and cycle through the countryside past ancient temples and traditional villages where water buffalo graze lazily in the fields. Or hop in a sampan, a traditional Vietnamese boat, and glide down the river surrounded by towering cliffs and hidden caves. Hike to the top of Mua Cave for panoramic views of the Tam Coc Valley, its rice paddies stretching out before you like a patchwork quilt. Ninh Binh is a place of breathtaking natural beauty, a place to escape the hustle and bustle of city life and reconnect with nature. Kampot, Cambodia's pepper paradise. Siem Reap and its ruins can wait. Kampot is calling. This sleepy riverside town in southern Cambodia is like stepping back in time. The French colonial architecture is crumbling but charming. The streets are lined with cafes and guest houses, and the pace of life is deliciously slow. The air here is thick with the aroma of Kampot pepper, considered by many to be the best pepper in the world. Visit a pepper plantation to learn about the different varieties, from the delicate green peppercorns to the fiery red ones. Take a boat trip down the Kampot River, watching the sunset over the Bokor Mountains. Explore the abandoned Bokor Hill Station, a ghost town perched atop Bokor National Park, with its eerie casino and crumbling church. Kampot is a place to unwind, to reconnect with yourself, to savor the simple pleasures of life. Taman Negara, Malaysia's primeval playground. Forget Kuala Lumpur. This is Taman Negara, a 130 million-year-old rainforest in Malaysia, one of the oldest rainforests on Earth. This is a place where you can get lost in a world of towering trees, tangled vines, and exotic wildlife. Trek through the jungle, listening to the calls of gibbons and hornbills. Go whitewater rafting on the Tembling River, navigate rapids, and marvel at the rainforest scenery. Test your limits on the world's longest canopy walkway, suspended high above the forest floor. Taman Negara is not for the faint of heart. This is a place for adventurers, for nature lovers, for those who want to experience the raw power of the jungle. So, pack your hiking boots, grab your insect repellent, and prepare to be humbled by the majesty of Taman Negara. Hampi, India's lost city of ruins. Goa can wait. Hampi is calling. This isn't just another pile of old rocks. This is Hampi, the ruins of a once great empire, scattered across a surreal landscape of giant boulders and palm groves in Karnataka, India. Imagine a place where ancient temples rise up from the jungle, their intricate carvings slowly being reclaimed by nature, where monkeys swing through the trees and giant boulders balance precariously on top of each other, as if placed there by giants. Hampi was once the capital of the Vijayanagara Empire, one of the wealthiest and most powerful empires in Indian history. Today, it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site, a place of pilgrimage for Hindus, and a magnet for travelers seeking adventure and enlightenment. Spend your days exploring the ruins, climbing to the top of temples for panoramic views, and marveling at the architectural prowess of a bygone era. Hampi is a place to get lost in history, to marvel at the ingenuity of mankind, and to reconnect with your spiritual side. Your Southeast Asian adventure awaits. So there you have it, 10 hidden gems in Southeast Asia, each one more intriguing than the last. We've climbed mountains, explored jungles, dived into turquoise waters, and wandered through ancient ruins. We've tasted exotic flavors, met fascinating people, and heard stories that will stay with us forever. Southeast Asia is a region of endless possibilities, a place where adventure awaits around every corner. So, what are you waiting for? Get out there and explore.